Merry Christmas Eve, everybody, and welcome to the last day of our 12 days of Hallschlock Christmas. We have finally reached the end, you guys. It's been a ride. It's been a journey, but we'll do all that at the end. I just want to thank you guys so much for just being here for this monumental occasion. I didn't think I was gonna get through it, and honestly, too, thinking about this, the future-wise, I still got a ton of editing left to do. But you know what? We're not even gonna think about that, guys. I just want to get started with these movies because we have picked two ridiculous ones to conclude our Hallschlock Christmas. Before we do, though, I actually did have another movie in mind that I was gonna watch with our last set of movies, which was Holiday in Handcuffs. And I apologize to my roommate out there who suggested it, and I watched it only to find out that it was an ABC Family movie, so it really didn't fit the theme. I could have easily finagled it if I wanted to and said, technically it's still a Christmas movie, but I couldn't lie to you guys. I had to stay true to the Hallschlock-ness of all these movies. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our very first movie that we're gonna be talking about here today, Holly's Holiday. Holly's Holiday is a Christmas equivalent to Mannequin, the 1980s movie where a mannequin comes to life and the main guy falls in love with her and we can build this day together. That movie, yes, I'm talking about it. This movie, we're introduced to Clara Coffey, who plays Holly, and she works in advertisement. Of course, we're gonna end our 12 days of Hallschlock Christmas with another woman who works in New York City, who is an advertisement. It's the running gig here. Let's just go with it. We have Gabrielle Dennis, her friend, who plays Dina. Jeff Ward, who plays Milo, the nerdy kind of hipster sub character, and who I relate to the most, and also kind of looks like Shaggy throughout this movie. Joink Scoobs, what are we gonna do? So Holly acquires this whole pristine, the diamond collection. We gotta work on this whole project.
They've chosen us to redo their campaign, Chelsea Diamonds Perfection.
We kind of get a little bit of a backstory that Holly, again, is a businesswoman, doesn't have time for romance, and her friend Dina is out there just killing it with this guy who's got a terrible accent.
Javier.
Goes to a couple of nightclubs, and then immediately we're thrown this whole, her and Milo kind of have a little flirtation going.
Just trust me, okay?
I trust you. Of course I trust you. And I'm capable of compromise, which I would like you to know.
Of course, it's like the nerdy guy at work, and it's, of course you're gonna be kind of hanging out with him, and then you guys are gonna kind of have some sort of bond, and then that bond's not gonna really go anywhere, but then you continue to flirt with one another, throw signs out to each other, and then, of course nothing's gonna happen because you work in a professional workplace environment. The last thing you want is some sexual harassment allegations coming out. Anyway, on her way to work one day, Holly, stumbling around, trips, falls, and hits her head in front of I believe it's like a department store, right? Where a mannequin, oh God, where a mannequin is in front of a window, only for her to come to on the pavement, reaches out, grabs her hand, and now here we are introduced to Bo, the mannequin.
Are you okay? Your hands. Let me warm them up.
That's right. Her love interest in this movie, Bo the mannequin, has now come to life and is now just alive. No explanation, no reason why. I mean, I don't know what the explanation was in Mannequin of why she was alive. Wasn't it like a shooting star? Cocaine? What was it? I don't even know. Anyway, that was a sniffle, by the way. Anyway, Bo is painted out to be this perfect man.
Didn't I tell you she's beautiful? Hey, you two are gonna make great parents. You look even more beautiful than when we first met.
Prim, proper, egotistical, a little misogynist.
I know you're not perfect, but we can fix you.
And because Holly is painted out to be not necessarily desperate.
Few potentials, no Mr. Perfect. Maybe I should change my filter so I'm open to more matches. I guess I could uncheck full head of hair.
She kind of wants a relationship. She kind of sees that Bo is kind of like that perfect guy that she's always wanted.
Tim. Guys like that don't really exist.
Sure they do.
He starts courting her around, taking her to dinner, doing all these things, but it's quickly established that, he has some mannequin tendencies. They start talking about jobs and how he has done the catalog for, I've been a surfer and blah, blah. And I gotta give credit to this guy.
Surfboards? Back to school. Vitamins.
Either he's like the best actor in the world because he's playing the role of a mannequin come to life but still carries himself like a mannequin, or he's just a really bad actor. Either way, like his whole type seems to fit this role really well, because Milo and Holly have obviously they've kind of been flirtatious throughout this movie, or in the beginning, and we get kind of like a little backstory that maybe there's something more to it.
Puppy. And I think that if you look hard enough, that you can find the sweetness and the beauty and...
Gay!
You know, he starts to get a little jealous. There's a scene in which he's talking to Dina in the break room about, you know, is she good for him, blah, blah. And it's like, at this point, it's like...
She's with Bo.
Like Bo, like a French guy, or Bo, like Bobo the clown?
Oh, man, as guys, you kind of get, you feel for that situation. I've been in it. Probably many guys have been in a situation like that where it's like you're interested in somebody, but then they are currently doing their own thing. So it's like, for me, it's like, you gotta just give it some space, do like, okay, let's be professional about it. But dude, Milo just, it's a running theme in these movies as the love interest. You just keep hammering away. Yeah, you wanna go out to lunch? Hey, how's that guy going? Hey, maybe I should ask her out. Maybe I should do, it's like, dude, just, if she's kind of doing her thing, like, I don't know, maybe, obviously it's not working for me. I've been single for so long, so maybe I do gotta take some pointers from this guy. But, so throughout the movie, you see Holly starts to get a lot more invested into Bo. She's hanging out with him, and that's kind of causing her to lose focus on this diamond account, right? He brings his parents to her house for a dinner at one point, and like, this is where I was like, where is this movie going? Because he brings his parents, and I'm like, okay, is it like a thing where, is it like a witch curse? Is it like a period of time during Christmas? Is it like Dias de los Muertos, where it's like one time of the year we'll bring you back or something like that, or we give you life? There is a situation in which they secure a couple of these models to do a photo shoot, and then they have this whole thing where it's like, cool, everything's set up, and then...
your guy canceled.
Who called to cancel?
Bo.
I guess Bo kind of oversteps his boundaries, and because he's the way they paint him out to be like a model, but like he is a mannequin, it's kind of, I guess it's kind of funny. He, I guess, oversteps his boundaries, calls this other guy, he cancels everything that she was trying to do. But then we start seeing several instances of another female mannequin set up in front of his house, and we're like, cool, this man, it's gotta be, there's an ex-girlfriend. He's gotta have some sort of backstory with this mannequin. There's no reason why they're showing it, right?
Excuse me, the call time was 4 p.m.
All right, we're out of here. Anyway, at the end, we get, you know, they have a Christmas party. They're doing their whole thing. We get a real awkward scene where Dina encourages...
Walk over there, take her in your arms, kiss her, wake her up!
No, that's sexual assault, Dina. She, I guess, realizes that she, like, has feelings for Milo. As she goes to get Milo, trips again, hits her head, and you guys, we got a Jacob's Ladder situation. The whole time, she had been unconscious from the first moment where she hit her head, and everything that we just saw for this last hour and 20 minutes indeed had been in her head. This got me good. This one was a good one. You kind of knew it was gonna happen. Swindled till the very end. That is what it is, guys. That's the end of the movie, and that's the end of this train wreck. Here we go, baby. The last freaking movie we're gonna talk about is one so goddamn meta, guys, that we had to just reserve it for the final movie. And today we are talking about A Christmas Movie Christmas. Christmas Movie Christmas is essentially about two girls. They get transported into a Christmas movie. The movie stars Lana McKissick, who plays Eve, Kimberly Doutry, who plays Lucy, and then we have a returning Hallschlock veteran, Brant Doustry, who plays Paul.
Okay, you can stop staring.
And the coup de grace, Ryan Meerman, who plays Dustin, and again, another Final Destination actor. Okay, we immediately see that Eve in this movie is just so obsessed with Christmas movies.
Move. Again.
It's my favorite.
Well, this and every other Christmas movie.
Anyway, we get introduced to her sister Lacey, who's quite on the opposite end, and she just knows how cheesy they are. She thinks they're stupid, terrible.
How many times are you planning to watch this movie?
There's a lot of like different stereotypes in these movies that are kind of all mesh into one hodgepodge of just disgustingness, right? One night they are walking by a Salvation Army Santa, asking for the donations, doing the whole ring-a-ling ding-dong thing, right? And makes a wish. I wonder what this wish could be. They wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy in the same bed. We are now in a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Wait, did you go to bed with your hair and makeup done?
We're in a Christmas movie!
I admire the world in which they posit that because these Hallmark movies are so cheesy, let's take real world girls and put them into this movie sense. It's kind of like a Pleasantville world.
But what would happen if our world finally met our expectations?
We're in Pleasantville?
Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon gets transported into Pleasantville, and because Tobey Maguire is, a TV fiend, he knows this world. He knows who all these characters are. He kind of, is more of the guide throughout the movie than Reese Witherspoon. We're more identifying with her. We're in this unique world, not sure what's happening. So Eve is that Tobey Maguire, right? What do I have to do? What is my mission? What am I supposed to accomplish?
To accompany me on my Christmas journey. But can't I just do that in spirit?
And immediately we get thrown into this whole plot of there is a Christmas party or Christmas festival that
Our Christmas festival is in trouble.
in jeopardy of not happening, so Eve takes it upon herself to, lead this task force. We can save it. Me and Lacey will do what we gotta do, essentially.
I hear you're gonna save Christmas. My name is Dustin.
You see a lot of the similarities in him to Eve. But then, because it is a Hallmark movie, she has another guy, another love interest, in the form of Randy Wayne, who in the movie sense is supposed to be that one reoccurring character. It's like
Chad Matthew Monroe. Chad Matthew Monroe.
Chad McMichael or Chad Matthew something. But he's playing this role of Russell in her story. And it's kind of funny because he's playing that douchey, egotistical kind of character, but he's super, I guess, attractive. I don't know. And he's also some rock star or something like that. Who knows?
Mrs. Bell.
So Eve kind of gets caught in the middle of this whole thing. What the fuck am I talking about? Meanwhile, you have Lacey, who she eventually meets Paul, who Paul is...
Hi.
So nice of you to drop in.
No, moment's over.
He's laying it on so, he's so over the top cheesy in this movie.
I'm surprised no one's come to me about the Christmas festival. I usually provide the Christmas cookies every year. Oh, we know how to have a good time. Yesterday, I got into a snowball fight with some kids.
I remember him from Mingle All the Way, and he was relatively decent in it. Again, like I talked about, that chemistry, that banter that he had. But in this one, it's kind of funny how they portray, Paul and Lacey, because she kind of it comes off real creepy, and I like the fact that she calls out the creepiness of
You have got to be kidding me. He's unbalanced.
There's some funny bits in here because, again, of how aware of what it's trying to do, right?
Don't you ever draw me sleeping through my window again. It's creepy, Paul.
Noted.
There's a grandma that they just wake up to, and it's she's just her whole role in this movie is would you like a cookie?
I baked cookies. And if we finish these, I always have more.
I'm Wilford Brimley, and I've had diabetes for about 20 years.
I'm baking cookies. It's diabetes time. And I didn't know if Dustin was supposed to be Dustin is one of the most normal individuals in this town. Part of me was thinking where are they going with this guy? Is this a world where people get sucked into it?
Oh, here. Have you always lived in Holiday Falls?
No, actually, I moved here from the city a few years ago.
And is it like a Pleasantville situation where people maybe maybe before them, like, got sucked in and they stayed there, because he makes mention of, like, I was from a big city and now I'm here, and he makes, like, these, like, kind of, like, references to, like, make you think that maybe he might be an outside guy. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but then, of course, we get Dustin's wife or girlfriend comes to the scene.
Dusty, I thought I'd find you here.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
But then it's like 45 minutes into the movie though, it kind of stopped being like aware of itself and it started just like really falling into the Hallmark tendencies of like, now we're in this world, we're so invested, the girls are like, they are falling for each significant guy. The conflict arises where Eve, because she's got two guys she's got to pick from, doesn't really pick because she's like, I got two of them.
Eve, of course you need no introduction to your boyfriend.
Boyfriend? Meanwhile, as they're working on the festival for this whole Christmas party, the ex-girlfriend kind of plays this whole like, I'm gonna kind of sabotage it and whatnot. Eve's whole dilemma is that, oh, I lost both of my guys and now this Christmas party's ruined. Lacey, for whatever reason's like, I bounce around from town to town and from guy to guy. I just can't settle, so I gotta break up. And be like, what?
I'm the girl who hasn't had a real relationship in 10 years.
Anyway, we get to the end. We, both the girls kind of find some sort of resolution.
You want to talk about it? No. You?
You guys want some cookies? You know, they come together in one day, they reorganize this whole Christmas party. Lacey finds the magic in Christmas. Eve then, in turn, finds the whole passion and the love in Dustin. Eve kisses Dustin, Lacey kisses Paul here, and then boom, we're then transported back out of this world, right? And then...
Hey! You told me not to watch you sleep ever again, so I thought I'd start breakfast.
The girls wake up on Christmas Day and Paul is there. Paul, the in-movie character, is himself. And it's like, okay, how the hell did that happen? Never explained. We get Eve, who's like, I'm a little butthurt. Why can't my guy come? And then she's like,
I just wish Dustin were here to see it.
Merry Christmas, Eve.
What? So they're just there. What happened? What? Nothing is explained in how they got there, and then they're like, oh, next year we'll go ahead and spend Christmas in our world? It's like, what? Huh? What happened here? Anyway, guys, that is it. I want to thank everybody. We made it. We finally made our 12 days of Hallschlock Christmas, guys, and I just want to say quickly, guys, in the most genuine sense, from some Joe Schmo, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. I know we have a really small channel at the moment, and I know we're just pumping out a bunch of content, and I know I've been spamming a lot of you guys to tune in, watch this, or even just spamming videos at you guys, and it means the world to me just for you to share in this little magical journey that I've been taking, I just want to thank you guys all from the bottom of my some Joe Schmo heart for tuning in, for supporting, for commenting, liking, subscribing, all that jazz, and I hope every one of you guys has an amazing Christmas, holiday, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, anything that you celebrate. I want you guys to have a great time. All of your family and friends are so important. Given the situation of where we're at right now, spend as much time as you can with them. And just know, no matter who you are, no matter where you're at, you're always gonna have a place in some Joe Schmo's heart, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and peace out.